Hey, what's up, guys? Here in the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. Welcome to my show, guys. I'm coming for you about 11:15 p.m. On Recap Monday. I know I came to you guys late. Been a long weekend. Been a long day. Had to get the show in before 12. So it is Recap Monday. This is season 3, episode 34. On Wednesday will be our last episode of season 3, so definitely go check that out. Friday will be our first episode of season 4. Cannot believe it. I appreciate all the support so far, guys, throughout the this first year. Keep on going. Appreciate it all. But let's get to some things going around the sports world. First up, we're gonna go over the NBA. As you guys already know, the finals have wrapped up tonight. Just wrapped up a couple minutes ago. As the Boston Celtics and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Christoph Porzingis, all the guys on Boston have now won the 2024 NBA championship to host their 18th banner in NBA history as they move ahead of my Los Angeles Lakers for the most championships in NBA history. It's a big milestone, big mile marker for Boston. I got to give credit where credit's due. Boston did what they were supposed to do. But to recap the weekend, we had the Celtics go up 3-0. Everyone said the game was going to be over. But a lot of people kind of knew that the Celtics were not going to win that game 4 and not going to sweep Dallas. Dallas came in there with a bang. They killed them. They were up as many as 48 points in that game, and everything would look promising going into Game 5 in Boston. I thought Dallas was going to come out hot, but man, was that the polar opposite. Boston came out so hot, it was ridiculous. The defensive intensity was off the chains in this game tonight. And it was just too much. Kyrie Irving and Luka played absolutely garbage. Kyrie Irving did not have the game he needed to have in Boston to force it to game 6. Luka was 0 for 6 from 3 almost the whole game up until the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving was 2 of 9 from 3, I believe. It was just not a great game, to say the least. And again, Luka did score 28 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, but he went 12 of 25 from 3, 2 of 9 from the three-point range. He went 2 of 5 from the free throw line, and um he had 3 steals, but he had 7 turnovers. That leads to points. Kyrie Irving had 15 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, shot 5 of 16, went 3 of 9 from 3. And he only had 1 turnover, but man, the difference between game 4 in Dallas and game 5 tonight was off the change. It was so different, and to be honest, these is what happens when the team, and I really blame this on Luka, man. You can blame it on a lot of people, the role players, you can blame it on Kyrie, but Luka, man, is the best player in the series, the best player on the team, on Dallas. Everyone was calling him the face of the league. Everyone was calling him the best player in the game. But how can you be the best player in the game when you have almost 10 turnovers, 28 points, shot 12 of 25, and your defense is horrible? He can't stay in front of a rock, and rocks don't even move. That's how bad he is on defense. There is levels to this. Luka is one of the best prolific scorers in the NBA, and he will go down as one of the best scorers of all time. The problem is that if he doesn't add a defense to his repertoire, he doesn't add defense to help his team and help his game, there is nothing going to stop people from telling him, yeah, all this is great offensively, but you need to be able to play both ends of the floor. If you can't play both ends of the floor in this league, you're not going to last. Jason Tatum plays defense. Jaylen Brown plays defense, offense. So is Jason Tatum. Derek White, same crap. Christoph Porzingis, same shit. You can't have Kyrie Irving, really doesn't play that good of defense. You can't have Luka. You can't have your 2 best players play great offense, but can't really play defense. It's just physically impossible to win on a consistent basis. I'm just being for real. And if Dallas really wants to win a championship one day, they need to have their two best players be able to play defense. There's a level that Luka could get to, that's so much more dominant than he already is. He can be a better scorer. He relied too much on the three. He relied too much on just dribbling too much. He needed to trust his teammates early, trust his teammates, and get them the basketball much more than what he did. Because once they stopped making shots, he stopped giving them the basketball. That's not a recipe for success. That's a recipe for disaster, ladies and gentlemen. And if anyone knows basketball, they know what I'm talking about. But I know you guys are going to comment. You guys are going to be like, oh, well, Zach, we told you it was going to be 5 games, or we told you Boston was going to win. Hey, to be honest, man, I really thought Dallas could pull it off. I thought the only team that probably could pull this off would be Dallas, because you got Luka, you got Kyrie, you got the role players. The role players did not show up at all, really, in this series. And it showed. They couldn't. Luka and Kyrie could not distribute the basketball because all their role players were not hitting their shots and weren't doing nothing on offense or really defense. And then we go to Boston side. Tatum had the game that he needed to have. 31, 8, and 11. 11 of 24 from the field goal. He went 1 of 7 from 3, but man, he played great. 8 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 2 steals and only 2 turnovers. That's what you need from your star player. And then Jaylen Brown in a closeout game guarded the best player in the series and best player on the Dallas Mavericks, and Luka shut him down for 28 on a terrible shooting percentage. Jaylen Brown, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 of 23, 2 of 9 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 2 steals and 1 turnover. Your 2 best players had a combined 3 turnovers. That's winning basketball. Mavericks team combined, the best 2 players had 10 turnovers. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Now, Al Horford, the oldest man, the man that hasn't won a championship, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, had great defensive possessions, big defensive possessions down the stretch, much needed, and they got the win, man. They deserved it, without a doubt. He went 3 of 6, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 2 steals and no turnovers. There you go. Derek White, the man, the myth, the legend, Derek White. This man has been absolutely amazing. And even at his size, he's blocking dudes that are 7 feet tall. Derek White had 14, 8, and 1, 4 of 10, 4 of 8, 2 of 2, 2 steals, a block, and 2 turnovers. Holiday, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 of 14, 1 of 3, 1 block, 2 turnovers. So your starting 5 had a combined 7 turnovers. 2 players on Dallas had a combined 10 turnovers. That's not going to cut it. They had 4, 11. They had 12 turnovers as a whole team. Dallas had 7. Celtics had 7. There you go. Turnovers are a big thing. That's a one battle one. And then the bench. You had 1 player score over double figures, which was 14 from Josh Green. Other than that, that was it. You had, other than Kyrie and Luka, you had 2 players score over double digits. Derrick Jones Jr. had 10. Josh Green had 14. PJ Washington had 4. Gafford had 6. Lively had 2. That's not going to cut it, man. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not going to cut it. It's kind of embarrassing. They had a total of 35 rebounds. They only had 18 assists. They shot 35 of 78, 11 of 37 from 3. The Mavericks just sucked. They went 7 of 13 from the free throw line. 6 points right there, man. 6 points right there. That's a 94-106 game. Couple threes. It's a close game. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Boston. Look at Boston. They had 15, 14, 9, 21, and 31. That's their starting lineup. Off the bench, 8, 5, and 3. Didn't have a great bench, but man, their starters did what they had to do. 51 rebounds, 25 assists, 38 of 89, 13 of 39 from 3, 17 of 20 from the free throw line. That's a complete difference maker. in games. 7 of 13 for Dallas, 17 of 20 for the Celtics. That's really the difference right there, man. It's really the difference. But man, who would have thought? I really thought Dallas could have won this game. I did, truly. And to be honest, the fact that they didn't is what it is. Celtics were the better team. We all knew that. Celtics went 80-21 the whole season, including the playoffs. It's just nuts. They had the best record going into the playoffs. They were the number one seed in the playoffs. They came out as the NBA champions. They deserved it. Do I like it? Hell no. Did I want it? No. But that's what happens. It is what it is. Things happen. Things don't happen. So they are they have 18 championships now, posting up the 18th banner. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown get their first title as a duo. They've been in the league for 7 years, been together. It's been the ups and the downs. They deserved it. I'm a Jason Tatum fan. I love to see it. But, man, I wish he was just playing on a different team. Al Horford, would love to see Al Horford got his chip. Drew Holiday gets a second championship, one with the Bucks, one with the Celtics. Derek White got one. Kristaps Porzingis got his chip. You got a lot of guys that didn't have any championships up until this moment. So, kudos to them. I'm happy for all of them. But, man, do I wish it was another team. Hell yeah. But Dallas has got to go back home. They gotta shore up some things in the offseason. They got to get back to work come October for the next season. Because if they don't, uh, they ain't gonna be left behind. Um, I really hope that I really hope the Celtics can. I really hope the Mavericks can come back in this, and be another powerhouse team. Because I do think the Mavericks are a real great team. I just think they missed defensive possessions. Defensive possessions were key, and that was the real big factor tonight, and really the series, and in general the playoffs. Their defense was the main thing that kept this train going. And in this series, their defense was just god awful. And when you have all the offense in the world and can't have the defense, that's what the saying is. Defense wins championships. It's for real. Because without defense, you can have all the offense you want, but without defense, it's not going to go well. So Dallas got to go back to the drawing board. But the NBA Finals are done. And the NBA is over with, man. Can't believe it. It's already over with. We're on June 17th. 11:24 right now. Monday on Recap Monday. We're 12 minutes into the show. We just went over all about the NBA playoffs, NBA Finals. Yes, Celtics had a cakewalk, but man, they showed that they were the better team. They beat Dallas, and can't really say anything else. Kudos to the Celtics. Happy Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum got it. Pretty hurt that they got the 18th championship because that means they moved past my Lakers, but we'll get them back soon. Hopefully soon we'll get one back. But other than that, guys, we're going to move on to our next segment, which will be going over. Brown. So we just got news from the NBA Finals. Jaylen Brown wins the Finals MVP, and to be honest, he deserved it. He played defense on the best player, and on top of that, he scored big time in multiple games. Jason Tatum just did what he had to do as a star player, move the basketball, get his players involved, score when he had to score. But Jaylen Brown definitely deserved Finals MVP. Definitely agree with that. But moving on to our last segment. We had a couple things go on when it came to the Yankees. They dropped a series against the Boston Red Sox over the weekend, on Father's Day weekend, 1-2. We blew them out in the first game, and then the last two games of that series just did not seem right. Anthony Rizzo got hurt; he's out for 4 to 6 weeks, which is not good for our good thing. He has a broken arm. First baseman Anthony Rizzo suffered a fractured arm on Sunday that will reportedly have him out for 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll see what happens if Anthony Rizzo comes back fully healthy. But Garrett Cole will return this week for the Yankees, who has been sidelined by an elbow injury to make the season debut Wednesday against the Orioles. So that'll be game 2 of a series against the Orioles. Game 1 is tomorrow for the Yankees and Orioles, a division rival set. Can't wait for that game. This series is going to be nuts. But the Yankees still one of the best teams in the majors, if not the best team, is the best team in the American League, without a doubt. And I think just the Yankees in general, man, they are just rolling with everything. They are 50-24, best in the American League. The Central's Guardians, we got the best in the American League. The National, we got the best. Actually, no, my bad. We got the best record in the MLB. The Yankees have the best record in MLB. No matter what, we are better than every team so far, record wise. And to be honest, I think player wise, we're proving much better. I just think we are just a much better team. We just had some little lapses on the defense and some errors and some offensive slowness, but we'll get back hopefully tomorrow with a series against the Orioles. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the to recap Monday and it comes to the MLB. Our last one, if you guys did not see, we had a big boxing match this weekend between Javante Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. Frank Martin got knocked out in the 8th round by Javante Tank Davis. Davis got the win and is still undefeated as the champ. Davis has been consistently doing it. He beat Ryan Garcia, now he beat Frank Martin. He's going for some other people. There's been a lot of talk with Shakur, and is it people scared of Shakur? Personally, I don't think Shakur is that good. I think everybody else is better than Shakur. I just think Shakur is kind of going through the motions. But yeah, that's some news from boxing. From news from the UFC, if you did not hear already, Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler on June 29th, UFC 303 is officially not going to happen. Conor McGregor has pulled out of the match and of the fight with Michael Chandler on UFC 303 because due to an injury. It's looking like this might be it for Conor McGregor unless it was a real actual injury and he's pulling out and then he's going to rematch it with Michael Chandler at a later date. I hope so because I really wanted to see that matchup. Or it might just be a sign that he's made too much money and he just wants to retire. Personally, I think it's great. It's better for him to just retire, keep his record in good tank, and not be embarrassed yet again. Because I think Michael Chandler might knock him out or kill him, but we'll see what happens. But right now, it's officially over. Another fight has been put in. Pereira is now going to fight. I forgot who. But it's going to be a good main event on UFC 303. Not as big as the hype that we wanted, but still, it's going to be a great fight. So definitely tune into UFC 303 on June 29th. It's going to be great. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We went over what happened in Recap Monday over when it comes to the NBA Finals. It's officially over. Boston Celtics or the world champs. They are the NBA Finals champions, and they have hosted up the 18th banner. Jaylen Brown has won Finals MVP. First time a person has won Finals MVP, not making an All-NBA team, NBA first team, All-NBA first team. And we went over the MLB when it comes to the Yankees and how well they're doing. Came off a little bit of a slump this weekend, but see if we can bounce back as having the best record in the MLB and in the American League. And then we went over some boxing with Tank Davis taking down Frank Martin in a KO knockout in the 8th round, as well as some news coming out of UFC 303 on June 29th that Conor McGregor has pulled out of the fight against Michael Chandler due to an injury. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for my show here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here on the Fire Sports Pod. And this is Season 3, Episode 34 on Recap Monday. We will see you guys for Season 3, Episode 35. Our final episode of Season 3 would be Wednesday. I'll catch you guys there. We'll definitely get it done in the morning, so tune into that. Appreciate all the support, guys, and everything you guys have done for me out there. Appreciate it all. Let's keep going up from here, and I will catch you guys on Wednesday. Peace out. Have a great rest of your Monday night, and enjoy your Tuesday. And that's it, guys. I'm Zach Jackson. Peace out.